All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another free-to-play mystery shard only video. Let's look at everything. Let's see where we're at, what we're doing. All right, so mystery shards, we have 128. We're actually moving our way up there. Ancient shards, 352. Voids, we have 63. Sacred still at 22. Probably not going anywhere anytime soon. Fragments, still kind of teetering here. We got a couple extra Mithralas today, actually. We did get 3 more of Akoth today, and we just started the new Doom Tower rotation. So I think that's the last rotation. So we will have to finish that, and then eventually I will do another video on the final one, and then we'll have all 3 done. So that'll be nice. Yukarl, we have gotten our extra 5 for the week already, so now we're at 60. So we've got a good 8 weeks until we get him, since we already have Yannicka, so that's good. Let's get the hell out of here. Clan. I have a lot of coins now, which I'm going to, I think, save. I'm going to be buying the Arbiter's skin, so that'll be something we'll be working on. I don't even honestly know how many I have. Does this tell you? Yeah, I have no idea. I think I don't have a lot. Let's put it that way. I have like 20, maybe 25 at best. I can always look if I really care. But yeah, there's really not much going on here. We're just going to be getting the skin fragments and moving forward. Yeah, and then I think, I don't know, maybe I'll just save up for books because books and energy are very good, and I can always save my coins for if we ever get into this area. And that'll be it. Clan quests, I believe we already finished for the week, right? Let's look. Yep, they're not up there, so we're done. Woo, let's go all the way down. All right, yep, we did all 3, so we're done with all 3. Get out of there. Guardian Ring, we're looking pretty good for our next level 60, which will probably be Elhain, and we'll get her settled since she's already maxed on skills. I'm going to try to pick some heroes that I don't have, that I do have actually maxed their skills, because I want to be able to save books so I can actually build a hero that I really want to and not have to wait for silly skill books. CVC is going poorly, I think. We're losing this one right now. It looks like not really great. We're all doing well. It's just they have more active. Say, they have a lot more people down here that are kind of adding to the flavor, I guess. And they also have this whole tier here that are doing 40 while we're doing like 10 or 20. So, yeah, it's not looking too hot for us right now. Hopefully some people will pop in and, maybe get some points on there. That'd be good. But otherwise, it's not terrible. We got the points. It sucks that there's personal rewards. We're going to miss out on a ton of energy if we don't win. I could level up some heroes, but I don't think it'll be enough to catch us up. Because we're like almost 300,000 points down. So if we get really close and we start pushing, yeah, I have 20 skill books, I think, right now, right? Skill books. Let's say upgrade skills. Yeah, I have 20 skill books that I could pop into, an epic and build maybe Relic Keeper or that other, or Taintix possibly. I'm going to have to build them eventually, so it doesn't really matter. I'd rather save them for, like Akoth or someone that pops up, so as soon as I get them, I can literally max them, because I'm never going to use Relic Keeper and Taintix probably. Like, they're really not good. So I don't know if I'm going to really work too much on them. We'll see. I could change my mind. It depends how many of my books I save up. But in the next 24 hours or 12 hours, whatever's left, 15 here, I don't think anything's going to happen there. Clan Hall, we did get another bonus here. So we are now 2 away from maxing all of our basics. And then we're going to move into Void and get these all built to 4. And then we'll have a nice blue arena affinity bonus, so that'll be nice. It'll be an all blue finally. It's going to be a little bit though. So tournaments, we have done a few. I haven't gotten another one of the fusion heroes, and to be quite honest, I don't care if I do. There is a dragon tournament starting, which I probably won't care about. Events, there's dungeon divers, which I don't think I've gotten very far in it. Yeah, there's how many 2 days left? I could probably get this one if I wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to. It depends if I can. I think I have an EXP boost, actually, so I could just do that and get them. Artifact enhancement, I'm probably not going to be doing. It's a lot of money just to get these things. I'll be leveling up gear anyway. And to be honest, I leveled up a bunch of stuff yesterday, which I shouldn't have, but I did, and I didn't care. So, changes. What have we changed? There's a few things we changed. Nothing major. Just small changes that I figured I would at least address. All right, so Valerie. I was messing around with Conqueror, and I'm like, his defense sucks. He used to be about 55,000 power. So we dropped his power a bit, but we added an attack banner that I had on Valerie. I did have this HP banner, which I haven't decided to use yet. We've got the crit damage. I did switch these two pieces out, so now he's got a defensive chest, and he's got this piece on his shield. So we got his defense a little bit higher. He's got 2,000 defense now. He used to be really squishy. Like I think he was around 1,400 defense. It was really bad. So I switched that out. So we've got him there. We got him. He lost a little bit of HP, I believe, and he lost some resistance. But at this point, I think just fixing it so he doesn't die was my main concern with him, because I do think he's a good hero. I just can't use him because he dies too quick. So we'll see if he ends up working out. We took these pieces off of him. I don't know if I might just throw these on one of my level 50s for now, because they're not terrible pieces. They got an attack set. I mean, it's maxed, so screw it. It's better than putting on anything else. Let's put it that way, on a level 50. So we've got that. Valerie now has the the defense piece. So we got her defense up. She lost a little bit of HP, but now her resistance is much better. So maybe she can actually, not get stunned, which would be nice. So we took that off. And if I don't like it, I can always put this HP banner back on and get 6,000 HP. We'll see if it affects my gameplay at all. I think the resist might be better. I don't really know right now, but that's where we're at with that. I did mess with Frozen Banshee. I haven't decided if I'm going to switch this piece out yet. We have a crit rate glove, but I found this defense piece, which is very nice, and I threw it on her because it's a 60% instead of the 50%. And let's go down here. We're going to do, what is it? What are we doing here? We're going to do perception, right? We want perception. See, I'm listening to people. I actually am using this. All right, so here we go. Perception. We've got, this is the piece she used to have, which had more speed. So that's the only downside here, is that that has speed. Now, we do have this glove to match this one. This is a defense glove, and I'm curious. I'm going to max this one and put it on her. I'm curious to see if getting all this extra defense, another 60% defense, is going to increase my damage in Clan Boss, going straight defense with her. I'm curious because her crit rate doesn't really matter so much because her crit damage ain't crazy, but the poison's going up and her lasting longer might be better. The good news is I still have the gear. I'm not putting it on anyone else right now, so I can always just switch it back. It's not the end of the world. But as you can see, she'll get a little bit more defense here. I don't think I have any silver right now. Yeah, we don't have a lot, so I'm not going to waste my time with it. So I will build that one up to 16 and then upgrade it with... Actually, we'll do that right now. We'll just throw some enchantments on it. Screw it. Let's get some enchants. We need them. I mean, these are the enchants that we're going to have anyway because there's no other skill popping up. There we go. What is this? Oh, here we go. We can do some attack. We're going to get some 3%. Nice, 3%. I'll take it. So there we go. Now we've got some attack, some crit rate, and some accuracy, which is even better. That'll pump her up a little bit more, which is nice. The only thing she's losing is crit rate. So like I said, we're going to try it. I'm not really sold on it. Collect. I just started doing masteries now, so we have 181, so we'll be doing that because I don't have any EXP boost right now. I do have a couple in here, I believe. Yep. I have 2 in here for 2 days, so what I'm going to do is just kind of use my energy to get Galec's masteries done so I can do him next week. That's the goal, and do his video, and then we'll move from there. Now, today, we're going to be messing around. I was going to say effing around, but we're trying to keep it kid-friendly. So, we're going to try to mess around with some Ice Golem. Problem here is that I actually tried this out yesterday. I was giving it a little shot to see how hard or how easy it was going to be. It's very difficult. So we're getting killed very close to the end of the fight. So I don't know my actual plan of attack here. So yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't have these guys set up, so it doesn't really matter. So having Apothecary is good. He speeds up. He's got the defense in dungeons. Now, I tried bringing in him, Myrmidon. He has 20%. No, we'll leave him out. Myrmidon was an ally protect. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try out Visix, and she's in faction crypts, of course. All right, so we're going to try Visix out to see if it helps, because the ally protect, all it did was kill her. So, yeah, and we got to remove that stupid defense down buff. So we're going to try this. These fights are incredibly long. I'm going to give it a couple shots, and then we'll go from here. I definitely think defense is going to be my option here because my heroes can't take the damage output from the boss. And it's a little irritating I fought it maybe 3 times and lost. So this is exactly the team we used, except I used Myrmidon. So I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out. I think I have one more skill book left on Myrmidon. Visix only has 2 skills, I think, that I put into her, 2 skill books, possibly, somewhere in that range. So she's not completely maxed. She doesn't have any masteries. So we'll see. I mean, she's not built horribly. Let's put it that way. She's good enough, but I don't know if she's good enough for these dungeons. And if worse comes to worse, we'll just start looking towards, getting some shields and heals in here. I brought Valerie in here. It wasn't enough, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm really curious to see what we can do here. We may not move anywhere. I know it was very exciting that we got to hard mode on Dragon, but it wasn't expected, and 2, that's the easiest dungeon in the game. And it's almost like a potion keep. So I can't really gauge the other dungeons on that one dungeon. And we do have some heroes that are coming up the ranks that I feel might be very helpful in other dungeons, especially Fire Knight. I'm finding a lot of really decent Fire Knight heroes that I feel might be very helpful. I forgot her name, Wormbane or something, Wyvernbane. I forgot. One of the orcs. I started building her, and she's got like a lot of Fire Knight type skills. Pretty cool hero. She's doing reasonable damage but she's a single target, so she would really only be useful for the boss. I'm just glad that we have there's no reflect damage in the second run, the second wave, because that was what really annoyed me, was that frickin' reflect damage that I kept having to heal my heroes up and revive them every time they got hit with it. Hit with it. Now, like I said, these fights are long because these guys are incredibly high HP monsters. I think so. The affinity is also something we're gonna have to start being a little more conscious of. I think, was it red? It doesn't work. I forgot. It goes blue, green, red. So red is strong against blue, right? There we go. So maybe he's the right affinity. I was wrong. However, green is not a good affinity, so Spirit Host will suffer a bit in here. Yeah, because she's getting all the weak hits. Everyone else should be fine. I tried bringing Yannick in here. It sort of worked. It wasn't amazing. I feel like I could conceivably bring her back in with a different setup of team, like a different team setup, not different like gear, but like setup. We'll find out. Like I said, this could be a bust. I want to start doing a little bit of progression on these dungeons, and if I don't know what I need to do to pass them, then I'm not going to pass them. So we've got to start doing these things and getting ourselves into these dungeons and really trying to work our way through them, even if it means I waste a bunch of energy here and there. I mean, it's not like I don't have enough gems to spend, 40 a day on a dungeon to see if I can beat it and what I need to do to beat it. So, and right now, I honestly I feel like we got this one down to about, I think, like 10 or 20% HP before we got killed. So I'm assuming it is possible. Like if I ran this 100 times with the team I used, I feel like eventually we would win. It's just that's not a really good strategy. But at this point, we are just trying to win because I'm not going to be farming these. So I may do something like that. That may be the way through. Is just keep running this fight over and over again until we actually win, or not do it on auto. Because right now I'm just trying to win it on auto. I'm not like trying to pick what I use or when I use it. And if I do, I mean, it makes sense because a lot of times, like she did block debuffs, which is a big waste because no one's going to get hit with anything right now. And then the HP is going to drop, and then we're going to get hit with freeze, and then it doesn't help us. So there are some things that we can do. They do some reasonable damage in here. I mean, Apothecary is pretty good with giving us that extra defense, which the good news is it increases all 3 of the heroes that are in here, defense and attack, I think, right? Because they're all defense heroes, all 3 of these guys. So this could be one of those things where this is the team. I mean, it might be the team. If I had another defensive, see, she just can't take those hits. I'm trying to think who I have that's blue. Maybe, I mean, it's conceivable I could bring Myrmidon in here and Visix at the same time. Because I don't care how long the fight takes. We just want the win. so we can start working into hard mode. Like, that's really it. I don't really care about farming stage 25. We're not going to do that. So even if it takes like 15, 20 minutes to win, who cares? I'm never running it again for a while. So until we start getting some better heroes that can, survive in some better gear. Watch, I'll just skip all of 25s and just farm dragon hard mode on stage 1 and start getting mythical gear. It's like, hey, do you want to farm dragon? Yeah, I farm mythical. All of a sudden, my heroes get a huge boost to mythic gear. Every single one of my heroes is in stone skin. I don't even know how that works, to be honest. Is it? I haven't gotten a mythical gear from there. Is it? You get mythical versions of the gear we already have, and they just have the extra stat. I believe that might be what it is. I don't know if you actually get. I don't really know. If you know, you can put a comment in. But otherwise, I have no idea. We're gonna find out when I ever decide to start farming gear. It's crazy that I've gone 9 months without like legitimately going crazy farming gear. It's been honestly the number one reason that I think I've been able to move forward is because I don't waste so much time on getting the perfect gear set. But that's also going to be the reason that I get stuck a little bit closer to where I am now because I don't have gear that can kind of push through these fights. So we'll see. I mean, granted, I am moving ahead more than I anticipated, so I can't say that I did the wrong thing. I can always go back and farm. So it's never, that's the thing. There's not many things you can do to legitimately ruin your account. So I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I ruined my account." I'm like, "You might not. You're not going to ruin it. You're just going to make it take longer to fix the problem." So like the only thing I could think of that you could do to really ruin or mess up an account would be if you accidentally like fed Syl to a rare to max her, to max that rare. That's like the only thing, and even that's technically fixable over time if you can, who knows. But I'm just saying, just normal stuff like books and all that, there's nothing you can really do that's going to destroy your account. You might not get lucky, and starting a new account might make you more lucky. That's a possibility. All right, so we just need no debuffs, no debuffs. And the thing is, he'll try to heal himself. There we go, it's off. Thank God. All right. No dangerously close HP yet. We're all right, he didn't heal himself. That would have been nice. All right. See, now what happens here is that we're hoping is that the ally protect saves anyone else from getting killed rather than the thing is we are so fast that it doesn't even matter. See? Like almost all the ally protects got off before it happened. So we do have one more. I had one fight where his HP dropped about 50 to 60 or 70%, and he didn't attack once. It was really weird. And he didn't reanimate his monsters either. I found it to be a little bit strange. That's because he's slow. I think him being slow is hurting this. There we go. All right, see? Now she can take the hit, and then she can just revive her, which is fine. I'm okay with that plan. As long as no one else dies besides Visix, and then she just gets resurrected, this plan works. And if she doesn't die, it works even more. I think she has deflect, actually. Yeah, she did deflect it. He's got reduced accuracy, right? I don't think she does reduce accuracy, right? Yeah, she has a deflect debuff gear set on, so she's deflecting some of the things that they're throwing at her. Oh, good. See, she just reflected the heal resist on him. Who would have thought that that one little thing could be so useful, right? What the what the hell? How did that one shot me? Is he gaining attack? Let's look. Let's look real quick because that was actually a good run. How did we get one shot with an entire team of defensive heroes? All right, let's look. Stage select. Let's go in here. Let me just look because I might be missing something here. All right, so this is attack all enemies. Attacks all enemies. 50% damage based on attack. Damage based on attack. Attacks all enemies one time. This attack will revive dead allies. This attack will ignore 50% of the enemy's defense for each alive ally. Wait, really? So that's the problem. This attack also has 20%. Okay. So I think this is our problem here. Right here. So when the allies are alive, he ignores our defense. All right, so that's the problem. So here we go. Let's start again. Let's see if this works. What I might do is just not auto it and just focus down the ads maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Like if that's the case, yeah, he's ignoring our entire defense because both of those guys were up when he used his attack. So that's why I guess it's super important to kill the ads, huh? It's conceivable that I might want to bring in Armiger in here. Let me think about that. Let's see how this run goes. I'm going to unauto it at the last fight, and we'll see what happens. Because if I bring in Armiger, I can do the block revive, and then we don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's going to be slow in the beginning, but then after that, it's all just reduce turn meter and, not worry about it. So, I mean, Conqueror could be an option too. He does pretty good damage, but I think Armiger might be a better choice because he survives longer and he's defensive, so he won't die every turn. I mean, I'd prefer to do these on auto just to kind of be able to do it, but at the same time, I mean, we just want to beat it. So I'm thinking we're going to start bringing in Armiger here. I don't know who we're going to bring instead. Now, if we can kill the ads early on with the block revive, I don't know how necessary Visix would be. Because honestly, as much as I love Spirit Host, I feel like her removing all the debuffs, like the HP, was it the heal block and defense down is really what I'm worried about. So having the removal of debuffs is kind of important. Huh. I don't know. We'll see. It's funny how he hits me like the whole fight, and then that one time he just wrecks me. I was like, that sucks. So we really need to focus down one of the bosses. We need to get the reduced speed on the boss himself. That's like the first priority. Well, one of the first priorities. Really, the first priority is getting the ads dead. Isn't it crazy how one stupid mechanic could just ruin a fight? Like this team was perfectly fine; they would have beat it just fine, but the ads were up, and that was it. It's like that one stupid thing that makes it so that you can't auto a fight without like the legendaries, which is essentially kind of why a lot of people get angry at the game. But whatever, it is what it is. I like a challenge. It just means that I'm never going to play this again once I beat it. That's all. That's all that does for me. Like, it's not like it ruins the game. It just makes it so that I have a challenge, and then when the challenge is over, I don't deal with it anymore because I have 20 on all these dungeons on auto. I have zero reason to do 21, 22, 20, except unless I want to waste time and energy. That's literally the only reason I would farm those. You can get just as good gear from farming 20. So there's really zero reason to farm any of these dungeons unless you have like a under 1 minute team because you've been playing for years or have great heroes. I think that ideology is basically what has made me so successful in this game is that I don't care about farming the highest level. I don't give a crap. We just want it beaten so that we can say we beat it. That's all we care about. All right, let's take this off auto, not waste any skills that we don't need to be wasting. There we go. Take him down. All right, so the goal here is ads. That's the goal. So if we can, all right, let's just start working on the ads. Let's do that. Now we don't need attack up really. That's just funny. I feel like Spirit Hose might be a waste in here. Not might be. I mean, other than the removing debuffs, she doesn't really do much. All right, so now what does this do? This does decrease speed, and this does provoke. So we're going to do decrease speed. That didn't work. Provoke. Can we provoke this one? No, we cannot. We want to do speed up. All right. Let's, whatever. It's what she does, right? He's stunned, so let's see if we can reduce his turn meter. That turn meter reduction would be very useful also from Armiger, if I'm being honest here. All right, decrease turn meter. All right, we want to... No, we got a defense coming, so we want to keep it on for now. Reduce accuracy isn't the worst thing. It's not good, but it's not... There we go. Now we want to use that. So now we want to heal my boy back up. Or if we get that heal reduction going, that's terrible. All right. Nice. HP burn is very useful. Now we can use this to remove the defense down. Speed up. I could conceivably just auto this like I was and then take control a little bit later if this takes too long. All right, good. The decreased speed is now up. That's needed. Yeah, if we do this on 22, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring Armiger in here. I should have brought the decrease. Actually, doesn't matter. They all have stuff going on. So really, we only need one of these guys dead. I might have to consider bringing a nuker in if that's the case. All right, we got Smite. I think just one being dead would be enough because 50% defense is enough for us to survive. Because what I could do is just keep the boss turn meter down with Armiger and her. So now we can just go back to auto real quick until he uses that skill to revive. Okay, provoked. Because then what you do is just, I guess, just reduce the turn meter of the boss while you kill these guys, and then call it quits. We'll see. I feel like this team could win if we just do it the way we're doing it. It's annoying and it's slow as stuff that rhymes with spit, but yeah, it is what it is. So there we go. Luckily, that speed stays on him for 2 turns. So the decreased speed. So if we can get him, there we go, 3 turns now. So if we can get him to do that attack before this turn, that would have been nice. Sheesh. Sheesh. We don't want him to revive those guys while we're like this. There we go. No debuffs. Now use that stupid skill. Here we go. Smite is what we want. So at least I know these fights are doable. There we go. That's what we wanted. So now we take this off. Stun these douches. These douches. All right. Keep this guy going. Provokes. We want to heal Apothecary. Decrease turn meter for one of these guys. This is the one that does HP. I think that's the more important one if I had to guess. Because not being able to heal, I think, might be worse at this point than having lower defense. Because the whole point is that we don't want him taking the turns anyway. So let's lower some speed on everyone else. Okay, we don't have any debuffs. This doesn't really do much for us, but whatever, it is what it is. Keep lowering this guy's turn meter. And turn meter doesn't really matter so much on the boss now that I think about it, because these are the only ones that matter. Because he's not going to use that big skill unless we take him below a threshold. So if we're focusing on only the ads, it shouldn't matter too much as long as we don't take his health down too far. You know what I mean? It's funny the little parts of the the little parts of the fights that you just didn't know, like you don't pay attention to it. Like I had no idea that the ads being up did 50% reduction of defense. It's just something I never thought of because it never really affected me. But now that I'm losing, it's like, oh wait, I need to figure out why that's happening, and that's why we are where we are. So read your boss fights, little boys and girls. That's the important thing here to remember. All right, we don't care about Spirit Host. We want him live. Yeah, I definitely think I gotta see if I have somebody that removes. I don't think I have anyone that removes debuffs. That's the problem. I only have people that block debuffs, which, although works, is not optimal for this fight because the whole point is that you want to get them off when you get hit with a bunch because your team's too fast. You end up just running through your turn and then boom, it's gone. All right, we want provoke. All right, of course, it only provoked him. All right, we got one turn with drop defense, which is just enough. Oh, you son of a... Oh, man. This fight is just irritating, isn't it? All right, let's try it the other way. End battle. We're going to do it my other way. Take Spirit Host out. Edit team. Goodbye, Spirit Host. We're going to see if it matters. Let's see how much removing debuffs matters. Let's bring our boy in and see. We'll see what happens. Luckily, we only have to do it once if it works, so there'll be no ads. And when I said progression, I said progression. So this is progression, us learning. The funny thing is like I know I have a team that can beat this. It's not like I don't. I obviously have to have it. It's just whether or not they are in the correct gear set or if I have the right, composition. We have more than enough heroes at this point that we can beat this. I'm convinced. And we may have to change it up. Like the affinities may affect us, so we might have to change this team up a bit for different affinities. I feel like in red, I might consider bringing in Yannicka to do some more damage quickly and get the leech hopefully, but we'll see. Force affinity, sorry. We want to be proper when we save this stuff, right? Proper. I forgot what I said I forgot what I said Friday's video is going to be. I'm going to have to look that up before I record it. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to try to get ahead of myself and try to do Monday and Tuesday's video also. I might do Monday only just to get, because I like not having to do a video on Monday for recording purposes, because then I can focus on the progression videos for Monday and some other stuff. And you guys will wake up and there's a video, which is good because if I'm doing progression on a Monday, it really just depends on when I decide to actually do something with my life and do this. Today's a little different. I'm recording it a little late. I'm late to the game because I was tired. All right, let's see. When we start getting closer. Now the good news here is that every single hero in here now is defense. They're all defense based, which helps because now everybody benefits from the defense up. I'm going to definitely look for some better gear for Visix. I have to find something. I don't know what's best for her, to be honest. I don't know if it's just straight defense and stuff, or if we would want to do like an accuracy build so that she lands all of her stuff, or if we would do like a regen set. I honestly don't know. I found that having heroes that can regen seems to be the best. Like Armiger still stays alive because he can regen himself. You know what's funny? I'm like sitting here playing. I'm thinking, I'm like, I really like my account. Like I was like, you know what? I like my account. I like the heroes I have. I like that I've built them. I'm enjoying this. This is definitely my favorite account that I've ever had in this game, and I don't plan on changing it anytime soon. I don't think I would ever restart this game again for any reason, to be honest. That's how much I like this account. All right, let's take care of these guys. Not waste any skills. Reduce turn meter. All right, now this guy shouldn't ever get a turn. So the goal here is just to block revive on all the ads right in the beginning and just go from there. And then if we got that, we don't really have to worry about any mechanic that kills us, right? That's the hope here. So we're gonna do that and then auto it and see what happens. So let's do this. We'll just keep reducing turn meter and try to get some stuns, some provokes. All right, so he's stunned. Let's get some reduced speed if we can. Hopefully another provoke on these guys. Nope, no provoke. I don't know if this... Nah, didn't do much damage. We have a little bit of time before we have to use it, so it's fine. Let's provoke. All right, now we got to keep up our HP. I should be dropping turn meter on him, to be honest. But he's provoked, actually, so it doesn't really matter. Who needs to be healed? We got to keep him alive. He's more important. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start using Syl on the boss to try to get the speed down on him. Actually, let's do this first. I think if she dies, it's not a big deal. We can just revive her. It's fine. You know what? No, I don't want to do that. We want to keep going. We want to keep moving on this guy. She's got to heal things, so it doesn't really matter. We let her die. Now we can heal her back up. All right, keep reducing turn meter on this guy so he never wakes up. I probably should be reducing him because he's the one with the heal reduction, which is not good for this team. But with speed up, it could be good. All right, so now let's try to get the speed down on him. There we go. Oh, just decrease turn meter. Well, good enough. All right, everybody's got lower speed. We're getting close. That's the only thing that sucks about this. Like, you got to time it perfectly to where he doesn't die. You know, we're going to do this. See if we can get some speed. Nope, still no speed down. All right, let's do some provoking. All right, we're getting real close here. That's close. I don't know where we're at. So what we're going to do is this. All right, let's just start working on him. Let's get that speed down on. There we go. Decrease speed. Decrease turn meter. Stick on this guy. Let's heal my boy up. All right, let's pray. Boom, block revive. We got one. All right, now we do the second one. Isn't this fun? It's so funny that it's just because of the timing that you have to do it, because he's gonna keep doing his other garbage if their turn meter is high, which sucks. So we got to make sure we only attack him. The only one that could screw it up really is Apothecary, because everybody else has a single attack that could work just fine. All right. Let's keep doing him. Let's heal up Visix. This is called Raid Stupid Legends. All right, we've got Leech. All right, so we're gonna leave speed up off for now because I want him to have. Don't kill him. Okay. I don't know if this is good enough. We're gonna find out. Nope, was not good enough. All right, so now we're gonna stick to the boss and hopefully get a turn. This is why I didn't use it because now everybody's got a single target attack where we can just focus the boss. We're gonna focus the boss. All right, so we only need one more round. Hopefully he doesn't get his turn and die from the freaking HP burn. That would suck. We want to heal. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Decrease turn meter, maybe, you think? Ah, you dumb bastard. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Let's just keep going. We got one down, and that's all that matters. That sucks. He died from the freaking thing. We were talking like a little bit of HP. That was all it took. So what I may do is just use this as a way to beat it, and then maybe I'll push through offline, like all stream, so you don't have to watch, 100 hours of me just doing this to get through, and then maybe we'll just start on maybe like 25 or something. I'll do a stream on it if I get that far. We'll see, because it looks like if that's the reason that we're dying and that's the reason that things are going not our way, then yeah, it could be what we're doing. All right, we don't want him to die. Let's just keep the turn meter going down while he chills. This is the longest fight ever for me. They really do. When people talk about me playing this and like you have the patience of a saint, I think I actually do. But honestly, it's because I get excited for beating things like this with crappy heroes. Like for some reason, it just even if it takes me 20 minutes, like I said, I'm not doing it again. So it's just beating it once is good enough for me. Just to be able to be like, yeah, I can beat that. All right, so see, that didn't kill us, so that's good. So now we're gonna go back to the old school way here. Try to get some stuns. We're gonna try to no, we're gonna heal Armiger up since he's the man with the method. So let's start working on this guy. All right, we got provoke, so that's good. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. We're gonna reduce turn meter on this guy, decrease speed, keep that going, get our speed up. All right. I think we don't want any HP burn on him. That's what we don't want because we are reducing his turn meter, which sucks. So I think we're going to just try to keep getting smite and decrease speed and turn meter on the boss. All right, he's getting extra turns. I don't want to do too much damage. There we go. I guess we'll just use it on him. I can't risk that HP burn again. Technically, I can't really risk smite either. That would suck, right? Smite does not help. All right, let's heal up. Because if we keep reducing turn meter, he's never going to get a turn. So that's all that matters. This isn't going to matter, but whatever. The longest fight ever. Just let him get a turn. I don't even care. We're just going to focus this guy down. We've got drop speed, so that's all we need. Heal this guy up. No, I did the wrong thing. Okay, good. All right. We're getting close. I'm getting like my concentration here. All right, that looks close enough. I feel like it's close enough. All right, let's hope for the best. It was. All right, let's auto now. If we die now, just to be clear, I'm going to be so angry and we're done. I mean, it's possible. It could happen. I might have missed something else that's killing me. So, luckily, we have a lot of decreased turn meter here. So, it's possible we could just keep his turn meter pretty low. Who else thinks this was a lot of work for one fight? But if that's the case, at least we figured it out. We figured out the problem, and that's the whole point of this series is that you got to figure out the problem. And if we die here, there we go. We're still alive. That last hit is what's killing us. So I think that was the last. That was the last. What you call it? Like revival hit. So I think we should be okay at this point, right? Really got to get that decreased speed. Decreased turn meter would be nice. There we go. All right, he's getting rowdy. Boom, 21. All right, so we figured it out, but that's a very long fight. So, yeah. But you know what? This is the point. Like I mean, I can't there's not much else I can say about this. It's like when you're playing the game with not heroes that are amazing. And honestly, the reason it's taking this long is because one, I try not to really focus too much on other people's teams. Like in the beginning I did a lot. Now I'm kind of like almost at the point where I kind of want to figure it out on my own. It's a little bit more fun. It makes the game more challenging, which I like, and it gives me a reason to kind of mess around with my heroes and see what they're capable of. But I mean, as you can see, I mean, just I died on this at least like today. I died what 2, 3 times already, and then I died another like 3 or 4 times I think yesterday. So we had to waste to figure each fight was at least probably like between 6 and 10 minutes, right? So I probably lost about an hour of my life doing this, but now we figured out something that helps. Now we might need to rebuild a little bit to get through 22, 3, and 4 because they get stronger now. He's going to be even more stronger. So, building more defense on these heroes might be what gets us through it because they're all defensive. Every single one of these guys is defense hero. Apothecary actually has reasonable defense. I think he's around 3,500. And everybody else is in like the 4 range, I think. Let's just take a look where our defenses are at. What do we get? Oh, we're getting Polarium points. That's what we're getting. All right, champions. Here we go. Where are we? Syl. All right, so her defense is 4,000. Visix, 43. Drexstar, I think, is my lowest actually. Yeah, 38. So, but he's teetering around 4. We just haven't rebuilt him yet. Apothecary, I think, is, like I said, 33, 35, 36. So he's actually a little bit higher than I thought. And then we've got Armiger, which has the lowest defense ever, which I should really consider rebuilding him. I just didn't feel like farming for regen gear. But yeah, he's got 28. But we could easily get him higher. I've been wanting to rebuild him for a while. This was one of the sets that I just happened to have that was good. But it's got some stuff on here that we don't really need. Like this is a good piece. This is a good piece. This has defense. I mean, I don't know about good. If these had like percent defense, I think that I would consider them good. They're reasonable. They're not amazing. I got defense on the awakening for both of these, which was nice. So we need more of this. We need more defense pieces that have the percentage. So crit rate, that's important for him because he's got to do that to get the decreased turn meter. This would be nice if it was defense, percentage. This is a reasonably garbage kind of piece of gear. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff that we can do to possibly make him better. I don't even know if I have any other rings that are, there we go. Like this guy has attack, forget it. Like I would have to level a couple of these up to kind of see where they go. But yeah, there's a couple in here I could probably use. I think we have crit damage. No, we don't. We could definitely build him a lot better, I think. Get some crit damage on his amulet, get his defense up over 4,000, and make sure his crit rate stays pretty good. And then I think we'll be, sitting pretty on him. And honestly, getting his speed over 200 would also be very valuable. So I think that's what we're going to be looking for. I definitely like the regen set on him. I I don't have a lot of that's my honestly it's been my biggest problem in this game is healers because keeping my team alive has been a lot harder for me than actually doing the things I need to do because it's easy to figure that part out. But building them so that they survive and can do things, that's the hard part, which is why the sets have been so important to me. Normally just stats is good enough, but like yeah, if these guys don't have regen, they just die. I mean, that's just kind of where it's at, unfortunately. But that's where we're at. All right. So there you go. We did some progression. We got through stage 21. I'm gonna mess around with Ice Golem offline, and then once I get like hopefully I have a solid understanding at this point of where we need to go with these fights. I think once we get into like 25, I might just do another stream for progression where we push forward on 25 and then hopefully into hard mode you guys can see me actually, figure it out for myself. I kind of saw a video about what he's about. I think you need HP burn, so we have Drexstar in the team already, so that could be an advantage. And I have a few other heroes that could possibly become HP burn heroes for this fight. We'll see. I think I have two others that can do it. I have Coffin Smasher and I have that Orc that I said I liked before. Yeah, really good. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you like watching me get my ass kicked in Ice Golem for an hour. That's I know that's a great use of your time and mine. But yeah, this is how it's been. So feel free to like, share, subscribe. Remember, the only way that this channel can grow and I can actually get better stuff and make these videos a little bit better, because right now I'm working on a crappy, not crappy. This one's an upgrade from my original laptop. I've got a decent computer now. I've got a somewhat crappy microphone. I don't really use a lot of good programs to do these things. I'm very under what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very unprepared. Let's put it that way for these videos. So I'm hoping that but hey, it kind of goes with the theme. We're using crap heroes to beat stuff. We might as well use crap gear to make these videos, right? So I guess it kind of works. But yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, leave comments, get my engagement up. I definitely try to answer everybody, or at least like everyone's comment if it's something small. Like I'm not going to answer you're great. I might say thanks, but other than that, I'll definitely like it. But yeah, make sure you guys are talking to each other. I don't have to answer every question. If you guys want to answer each other's questions, this is more about learning, and it's not really about me being, oh my God, look how great I am. I've said this before. This is just everyone learning and having fun and doing something dumb that nobody else is doing. All right. So once again, this is the Ice Golem. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.